Hello guys, my name is Amit Sani. Welcome to StudyIQ, and in this PIB lesson we are discussing very important data, very important questions, and these days very less update is there on the PIB website, so I have shifted towards all these MCQs. So we are covering the maximum part of the whole year's current affairs and the PIB data and all these schemes and important bodies and everything. So in much detail we are discussing these questions, and the PDF you are getting on the StudyIQ's Telegram channel and on my Facebook group. So 6th May it is, and let's start the lesson. These are the numbers there you can call and you can ask for these pendrive courses, and this is the website address where all these updated courses are available, and chat section is also available, and you can ask any of your queries, and 60% off is also going on. Vela, what is Vela? Vela is a Scorpion class submarine. It's not a supercomputer, not a robot, and it's a Scorpion class submarine that was launched today. Launch of 4th Scorpion class submarine. You see, under this particular series we will get 6 Scorpion class submarines, and Mazgaon Dock Limited, Mazgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, that is constructing these important submarines. And you see, France's DCNS company, that is an important collaborator, and the technology transfer is being done here. So that is the most important thing, and we will get 6 Scorpion class submarines here, and they will be built by MDL. So this year, this MDL, Mazgaon Dock Limited, and the GRSE, the Garden Reach Shipbuilders Limited and Engineers Limited. So that these two are going to be very, very important. I told you about the project 17, project 17A, project 28, and these Kamurta class and all. So all these things we had discussed day before yesterday, and this is Vela, and this is Mazgaon Dock Limited. So in all these data, Mazgaon Dock Limited and GRSL, these two are in the center. So that's important. Next information: Supreme Court recently approves, not disapproved. It actually approved live streaming of court. So this is a wrong statement, and it has directed the center to frame rules for this. Not to means it's a wrong statement, because they have asked to frame rules for this. Live streaming has been allowed for both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha proceedings since 2004. That is a correct statement, because we have been watching all these debates, but you see, pro arguments and the against arguments, these both are given here, and only 2 is the correct answer. 1 is wrong here, because in the favor, you see, concept of open courts. Always for the centuries it has been the system that Indian legal system was an open court, and all people could access this particular court. Mainly these were the panchayat systems and all, and they were deciding some cases, or maybe some darbars of the kings and all. So always people used to attend it. But you see, now they are asking for live streaming of some very important, crucial cases. So that's a very nice thing, and that should be done. But you see, a better suggestion is there that all the videos and all, they should be kept for this. Maybe for some cases live streaming would not be good. So the arguments, the pro arguments are these: promoting transparency, lack of physical infrastructure, digitization, physical public interest issues are there. And the against arguments are these: that individuality of judges, that should be maintained, because judges have their own way of thinking and all, and dealing with the case, and they are reaching according to their own ways. So maybe these things will not be acceptable to some sections of the public, so there may be some controversies. So some things should be saved here, and audio and video recordings, they can be kept here. And they are saying that legislature is a different thing and judiciary is working is a different thing. So there is a difference between both their workings. So the judiciary should be spared from that. So this is a against argument. But in the end, they have decided that for some very crucial cases and for some very important cases, these live streaming would be available. Next, Gram Panchayat Development Plan. It was under the Sabki Yojana Sabka Vikas campaign. Okay, and the district collector would not be there to decide. The people, the villagers would decide that where the money should be spent according to all the plans. They will keep these sources and all the funds in front of the villagers, and they will decide that how this money should be spent. So this is a main issue of Gram Panchayat Development Plan, and they are gonna strengthen the role of 31 lakh elected panchayat leaders and 2.5 crore self-help group women under the National Rural Livelihood Mission, that is Grameen Mission. And this is going to be supported here. So the second statement is correct and first statement is wrong, because villagers are there which are going to decide about it. So only 2 is the correct answer here. You can see here public display of all the sources of funds collected and their annual spending along with the future development initiatives. These all things would be decided by villagers here. And this GPDP scheme is under Sabki Yojana Sabka Vikas campaign. So it is a true participation of the people. If it is realizing in its spirit, then it's a great thing. Next, significance of GPDP. All these options are here, and these statements are here, and you can use them in the mains examination. They may be asked in the prelims options also. Okay, so this PDF is going to be important. Next, Japan has been leading financial donor in the form of official development assistance. That is correct one, and projects under it which were financed by Japan. So Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor, DMIC is a famous one, and DMFC is also famous one. So this is wrong. This is not Delhi Kolkata. This is Delhi Mumbai and Freight Corridor. And Chennai Bangalore Industrial Corridor is correct one, and Ahmedabad Mumbai high speed means the bullet train issue. So that is also correct one, and Japan is assisting here. So 2, 3, 4 would be the correct answer here. D is correct, and first is wrong. Okay. You can see the areas of cooperation. Recently, the 13 Indo-Japan Annual Bilateral Summit happened, and our Prime Minister, he participated there. And Japan pledged 33,800 crore rupees in government and private sector investments. So according to that, they are going to invest in these bullet train projects and all these issues in the Northeast Asia, in Northeast Indian region. So there are Act East policies also going on, and many projects are being funded by Japan here. And you see the important issue is that the SEPA that was signed in 2011, Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. So that was between India and Japan, and after this signing, many important steps we have taken on the bilateral platform. We are now discussing about the 2+2 dialogue at the ministerial level. In the past, it was only the secretary level 2+2 dialogue that was held, and exercise Malabar is important, where India and USA and Japan are there. And in the Quad group that I have discussed many times, India, Australia, Japan and America, USA. So these 4 countries are there. So this is the Quad group, a very important group, and these all are countering China's ambitions. Okay. Next, Russian built S-400 Triumph system that is identified by NATO as SA-21 Growler. So that is correct one, but it's not an air-to-air missile system. It's a surface-to-air missile system. So this is a wrong statement. And second is correct one, because it can avenge all types of aerial targets. Okay, and including aircrafts, UAVs, these drones and all, ballistic and cruise missiles, and a range of 400 would be possible for it, and 30 kilometer altitude it can cover here. So only 2 is the correct option, and one is wrong here. You can see surface to air missile system, and all these are very advanced systems associated with it, and it is one of the most dangerous weapon systems in the world today. So we have procured that, and other countries are also trying to procure that. So S-400 by Russia. Next, 12th Asia-Europe meeting, the famously ASEM as we call it, and this meeting held in October 18 in Brussels. So that is correct, but it is not Czech Republic. It is Belgium's capital. Brussels is Belgium's capital, and the European Union headquarters is also there. And Czech Republic's capital is Prague. Okay, so that's the wrong statement. And second one is correct, because it is intergovernmental process and established in 1996 to foster dialogue and cooperation between 51 Asian and European countries. Okay, and 2 important partners, institutional partners, as ASEAN and EU. So that's correct. So second one is the correct option. B is the right answer here. Okay, ASEM 12 and in Brussels, Belgium. Theme was Europe and Asia global partners for global challenges. Okay, and India importantly joined this forum in 2008. It was established in 1996, but India joined it in 2008. So ASEM is going to be very important this year. First summit happened in Thailand, Bangkok. So they may ask you about that. And the recent one was in Brussels, Belgium. Next, Intermediate Range Nuclear Force Treaty, INF Treaty. You see, it was signed in 1987, and that was correct. And it was between these 2 powers during the Cold War era, US and USSR. And they decided that the range above 500 kilometers for these land-launched missiles, that would not be allowed, and there would be restriction. But you see, it is only about the land-based missiles which are launched. And second is not correct, because it is saying that it is all missiles, including those carrying nuclear warheads. It is not about all missiles. The sea-based and air-based missiles which are launched, these are not covered under it. Only the land-launched missiles are covered under it. So recently America withdrew from it, alleging Russia that it has tested more than 500 kilometers missile. And very next day Russia also withdrew from it because Russia said that USA is putting a wrong allegation here, so we are no more trusting USA here. So both countries, they are out of it, and now a race is going to start where they are going to develop very dangerous missiles, and these are going to be ballistic or cruise missiles and land based missiles. Okay, so this is a correct one, and only one is the correct answer, and only two is wrong one because the second statement is wrong here. Okay, it prohibits US and Russia from possessing, producing or test flying ground launched cruise missiles with a range of 500 to 5500 kilometers, because at that time it was only possible that below 5000 kilometers range was available. Now the more bigger range is available. Okay, so it is not covering air launched or sea launched weapons, so that is correct one. And you can read about all important history of US and USSR and the Cold War strategy and all the imposition of the treaties and all. So they may ask you about these also because it's a very important development. Next, Poverty and Shared Prosperity 2018, piecing together the poverty puzzle. This report was released by World Bank, and the data explaining this report and very important issues are there. So it's a huge detail. So we will take it tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow. But this report was launched by World Bank. So that is the correct one. C is the correct one. You see, the important data is that there is a great decline in the percentage. Nearly 36% people were under extreme poverty, but now only 10%. Okay, and South Asia has made tremendous progress here, and all other important details are also here, and other issues are also there. The explanation of shared prosperity is also there, so we will discuss that, and you can also read about these things. But the report was by World Bank. So thanks a lot, keep watching. It was Amit Saini, and the PDF you will get here.